it's Margaret, and it is Monday, which means it's time for the weekly sales update. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been so supportive this last week since everything's been going on with my mom. She's doing well. She's been home for a few days. My brother came down to visit this weekend, and she seems to be doing well. There's a few memory issues, but we're going to take her in. She's going to the neurologist on Friday. And luckily, she's not fighting any help or anything like that. So that's made it a lot easier too. That she's wanting to figure it out as well, and not thinking there's nothing wrong. So that is good. So oh, and also before I get started, I don't know who did it, but I just want to say thank you. There's a little fan fund. I don't know which side it's on when I'm on the video. It's like a little fan funding thing. It's like tip jar or something like that. Well, anyway, somebody came in and put $5 in there the other day, and they didn't say who it was. So if it was you, thank you, and I appreciate it. Every little bit helps, and my sales have been really slow, so every little bit really does help. So let's take a look. I'm going to show you the numbers first because they've my sales lately have been anywhere between $250 and $450 a week. And this week it's at $155 on eBay and Etsy. So again, that whole, if you're not listing, there's something within the search that's not bumping you up, because I have, a good 650 items on Etsy and about 750 on eBay. So there's plenty of stuff there. But I think the activity really gets you higher up in the searches and stuff. But it kind of worked out because it would have been stressful worrying, oh my goodness, I have to get home and get boxed up and things like that. So it's a double-edged sword, and you're not making money, but then the stress is it's a different stress. So jumping into the numbers real quick, I sold this Mary Engelbreit the Night Before Christmas CD audio type book, and it's narrated by Jim Dale, who's one of my favorite voice actors, who narrated all the Harry Potter audio books. He's amazing. And this is also proof that the last 3 weeks I've sold Christmas items. This is another Christmas item, and it sold for $21.74. I threw a crazy number at this because if it didn't sell, I was willing to keep it, but I like his voice that much. He's got a really good voice. So, okay, let me do this right. I bought it for 50 cents, sold it for $21.74, and so my net there was $21.68. I sold these inspirational teacher cards. It is Teacher Appreciation Week this week, so make sure you're appreciating your teachers. I did take a best offer of $7. I've had these for quite a while. I picked them up at a garage sale. I can't even remember when. I had them in the booth. They didn't sell. Anyway, so I went ahead and took a best offer of $7, and my net there was $6.41. And this Great Stampede game sold, and this one I picked up recently at Hope, the charity shop that I like going to. And I picked it up for $2. I took a best offer of $30, which net me $22.04. So the sales I did have were really good. And that, the profit there was really nice. And it's funny because one of the girls in International League of Thrifters found 2 of these sheets of golf gift wrap, and she went to search them and do some research, and my listing popped up, and she shared that in the group. Oh my goodness, I just found these, and look whose listing I found. And then the next day or something, mine sold. I was like, so I don't know if her activity looking at it and people looking at it brought it up higher. I don't know what it was, but anyway, it sold I don't know, lickety split. It sold for $16.99. I bought for $0.25, and so my net there was $15.96. And that's it for eBay. Let's take a look at my Etsy sales. I sold this Blackthorn Fairy plate for $24.99. I don't think that's right. I know I sold it for more. Hang on. All right, that was right. My mistake. It was the total because it was shipping. Anyway, long story. Confusion. What's new? All right, it sold for $24.99. The shipping was $20 because it was going overseas. So, and it cost me nothing. It was in my grandmother's collection. So my net there was $27.59. this sold, this little American tail compass, which I just listed recently, and I was like, oh, do I really think it's going to sell? But I figured somebody collects American tail Fievel stuff. So I picked it up for 10 cents. It sold for $11.99, and my net there was $11.46. Another one of these wall hooks sold. Thank goodness they've started selling again because I've picked up quite a few. But I picked them up cheap. So picked it up for $2. I sold for $24.99, and after shipping and fees, my net was $22.67. And lastly, I sold the other one last week that I had. I had a green one that I had one that was a reproduction and a one that was an actual one. And when I had to do the research for them, it was tough figuring out which was which. But I did. I figured it out. So this was also my grandmother's collection. Cost me $0. $19.19 is what it sold for. And after shipping and fees, my net was $19.19. And I double checked it. I was playing with the numbers. I was like, is that right? But that's what it worked out to after everything. So those are my sales. I net $155 this week. So right, that's okay. So I am going to be listing a bit more and getting things up and moving and some activity on my shops online. So yeah, those are my numbers. Thanks for checking them out with me. And then also tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time, I will be interviewing Jason T. Smith, and we'll be talking reselling and nonsense because it's me. So yeah, come and check it out. That will be live, and the chat will be open. So if you have questions for me or questions for Jason that you would like to ask, then it'll be there and we'll have fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Need a few laughs. Did a reseller chat today over on Sean Longley's channel. That was sort of a spur of the moment thing. I saying thing a lot. But anyway, it was good fun too if you want to go check it out. It's nice to sit and chit chat with friends. So yeah, in the group, the International League of Thrifters, this week the challenge is jewelry, and I will do my best to get into the challenge this week. If things are settling down. So I'm trying to get caught up, but things will level out, of course. All right, so thanks again so much, everybody, for your support, your love, your messages. And again, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later. Go out and enjoy yourselves. Bye.